Alright, boys, we are back. Time to continue, and finally we're going to be able to finish this horrible first year with the Calgary Flames. But, even though it was horrible, it's going along to plan here. Only 11 wins so far, alright? So we just finished the trade deadline, and we acquired Alex Galchenyuk. And I was reading your comments, and you guys were saying that since he's signed, we can bring him up. I still don't think. I think once they've already played on their juniors, they can't be brought up. So hang on, let me just double check for you guys. Let me just search by this. Make sure he's not on the NHL team. Yeah, he's not on our NHL team. Is he on the AHL team? Yeah, look, he's not even in the AHL team. I can't bring him up, all right? So, yeah, he's not here. Let me just, you know what? Let me just go to contracts, make sure I'm not missing anything here. Let me just quickly go to contracts because I'm pretty sure if they start the year, because that's what it was like in 12 anyways. Main roster where, oh, no, hang on. In the system. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. He is signed for 3.25 mil. But look, he's a CHL player. See that between the position and his name, CHL? All right, it's not the AHL symbol like these guys. Yeah, and I can't click on him. So, yeah, he's stuck in the juniors for this first year. That's all right, though. Remember, year 2, we're not necessarily going to be a good team next year. We might not be a playoff team next year, all right? We're aiming for years 3, 4, and 5. So, Galchenyuk, he's not going to be as good as Barchese will be next year because he's playing in the juniors. But he will be ready by year 3, no doubt, all right? So we've just finished the trade deadline. We still have our team here. So let's quickly finish the regular season. And actually, let's see how far we can get into the offseason in this video. I want to do a whole regular season wrap-up because this is actually the first time we've got to the end of the regular season. So let's see how all the other teams are doing, see how good the simulation engine is. All right, I don't know. It wasn't as accurate as I thought it would be. Like, when I tried it out for the first few times, like, you'd expect guys like Crosby to have, like, 100-point seasons. But I've seen, like, a couple times with injuries off, they only have, like, 60, 70 points, all right? So it's kind of weird sometimes. But we're going to have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Hang on. There we go. 12, 51, and 5. We're definitely in last. I mean, I don't even have to check that. We're definitely in last, man. 51, 52 regulation losses. Dear God, man. The fans in Calgary, man, we're not selling out the stadium anymore. No one's paying money to come see these horrible Calgary Flames. Poor Iggy. He's almost still a 20-goal scorer, though, so you got to give it to him. That's good, though. He's giving some points to Barchese, hopefully. All right, is this the last? No, we still have a few games. We're not in April yet. Oh, my God. I hate simulating when you don't have to worry about the score. There's nothing to talk about. Dear God. Look at this little home stretch here. What can we do for our fans? 8-1 loss on home ice. The Minis got a pretty good record. Look at that, 44, 22, and 6. So, Parise and Suter looks like they've turned that around. Colorado looks like they could be a playoff team. Columbus, let's look at their record. Ooh, damn, Columbus, that's really good. Better record post-Nash era? Dear God. Foligno and Anisimov are getting it done down there, I guess. And Johnson. And Brabovsky. Bob, baby. Looks like the Oilers, what was their record? The Oilers, we got another game against them. Hang on. It looks like they were an okay team, possibly. What the hell? Why is it stopping right here? There you go. 37, 32, and 7. They might not be a playoff team. If you combine their losses, they were below 500. San Jose's got a really good record. And, yeah, oh my God. They need to win 3 in a row if they're going to win 60. They already have 22 losses. And we beat them! We took the 60-win season away from the Vancouver Canucks. So that was our high point of the season. We stole the 60-win season away from the Canucks. I hope they only end up with 59 wins because we were the loss that they should have won. All right, they've done the trip to the QMJHL. Let me continue. Stop simulation. I want to do the scouting report again and get a full scope of all the rookies coming in. Phoenix didn't look... Oh, damn! We finishing the season pretty good. Stop the simulation! Stop! Jesus, man. This thing's got brakes like a truck. Come on now. Oh, my God. Yeah, I know you've been waiting a few days. I'm trying to stop the simulation, man. I can't wake up. I'm in hibernation mode or something. Here we go. NHL regular season has ended. Continue. At the beginning of the year, I told you I wanted 39 wins this season. You only got 15. Ooh. And that isn't acceptable. I won't tolerate these types of seasons for much longer. So I hope that you have a plan for next year. I got a plan, Stan. Don't you worry. You guys know my plan. All right? 60-loss season. Oh, that's bad. Stop the simulation! Holy crap. Look, I'm holding down Y. There you go. I tried to stop it after Phoenix. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to stop. All right? That's just a note to self. 5 days to stop a simulation. All right. Holy crap. So I think it's gone so far now. Yeah, I can't even check. Yeah, because it went past. Man. Whatever. I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, what was I going to check? Yes, the scout. All right. So let's check out the scouting report first. Let's see what the dealio is. All right. So let's just go by forwards because our defensive core is sorted out. All right, so we'll go to potential. I'm not going to look at the top 5, top 10. All right, so Shinkaruk, top 10. So, yeah, it doesn't look like any players had the 5-star white potential, okay? See how now it's white, and now it's 4.5, so for sure it's 4.5 now. All right, so just like Clark, the 5 stars were there, but once you put a little scouting into them, they come back down to earth. So, again, they're not going to be the best player in the NHL, but they're definitely 4.5-star players, definitely first-liners. And this is really good because... remember, there's a draft lottery, so I think we're guaranteed the first or second, maybe the third. I don't think first can drop to third. I think first can only drop to second. So, I mean, take your pick. You got a left wing Shinkaruk, who's a playmaker. You got center McKinnon, who's a playmaker. And you got Curtis Lazar, who's a playmaker, all right? So, we got 3 4.5-star playmakers, so we're definitely going to end up with one of these guys, all right? So, we don't have to worry about moving up in the draft, unless maybe we want 2 of them, but that's going to be... that's going to be hard, especially if I got to check on Philly and Philly and Toronto, see what the draft picks ended up being. See if they made the playoffs. This Morrissey guy, top 10 defenseman, 4.5-star, but we already have that covered with Murray and Riley. But just to know, he is a very good defenseman, all right? And goalies, I don't think that there was any goalies. No. Clark was the best, and he's only 4-star. Now, 4-star is good. It's mid-80s. He'll turn out to be a starting goalie, but he won't be an elite goalie. All right, and I want an elite goalie, so I was happy that we got Sub-Zero. All right, actually, yeah, scout assignment. So, I mean, I think it's really between those 3 playmakers. What was it? McKinnon, Shinkaruk, and that Curtis Lazar guy. All right, so we got Shinkaruk and Lazar both in the WHL. So let's spend some time in the WHL. Get 6 more weeks because sometimes the players will actually be NHL ready in year 1. You draft them and they'll be like lower 70s. I mean, they'll only be like 4th or 3rd line scorers, but still, like, since our team is not that good, if I can get like Lazar, who will be mid-70s over Shinkaruk, I'll take that because they all have 4.5 stars anyways, right? So we'll have to see. I want to put some more time into the WHL there. All right, so we've taken care of that. Now let's wrap up the regular season. I do want to get to some off-season, so let's make it a quick wrap-up, all right? Because we really don't have to check out our team stats. Let's check out our player stats. Yeah, we'll check out our player stats for the season. I know you guys want to see this. We'll check out this, and I'll quickly go to the NHL as well, and we'll check out who had the most points in the NHL this season. So we'll go Calgary. We'll go to forwards. All right. So Backlund actually had a very good season. That's a lot better than I thought. All right, 50 points for him on the first line. He'll definitely jack up next year to a mid-80 kind of guy. All right, and it's his best total so far. 52 points in 82 games. That's like a Shane Doan year, all right? So that's already a really good season right there. Mine is 50, but, you know, that's just because of our team, yeah. But I'm happy with those point totals. Iggy, 52 points. It's pretty good, all right? I'm glad we still have Iggy, I guess. Barchese had 40, so that's good for him. He will definitely get a jump next year. Chris Kreider, 37. Reinhardt, 29, all right? So that looks like it was our top 5. Toffoli we got late, so he had 20 points in 82. Gerby 19 we got late. And then it fills out down here, all right? So that's good for forwards. Let's check out how our top 2 defensemen did. Wow, Brody actually had the most points, even though he was on the second line everywhere. Ryan Murray, 10 points. Morgan Riley, only 7. All right, remember, Morgan Riley and Murray, they're like 50 overalls, but they're going to get a huge jump next year. I want you guys to remember this, all right, because we're going to actually get there in this video. Ryan Murray, 60 overall, all right? Morgan Riley, 55 overall. So if they get up to at least 75, that's a 15 overall jump at least, all right? So that's already good. But I'm thinking that they're going to be in the mid-80s by next year, or lower 80s, all right? We'll just check out on that. All right. Goalies, Irving, he had a good backup year. All right. See how he's already a backup goalie, 73 overall? Because he played the whole year, he might even be a starter next year. He'll be higher 70s. All right. So that's a perfect backup for us of the future. So that's good. He can play behind Sub-Zero. All right. So there's I didn't want to do that. My bad. I want to go check out the NHL. I know you guys want to see what the simulation engine did for our GM mode here. So before I change team, let me go to rookie goalies because then it'll be a lot easier to change. Yep. All right, NHL, go back to all skaters. I'll just go by forwards first, all right? All right, so Marian Gaborik actually had a really good year there in New York, probably playing alongside Nash and Richards. All right, 91 points. Taves, 90. Sedin, 90. Parise, 89. Crosby, 86. So Crosby actually had a pretty good year. It's just Crosby, you expect at least 100 points, but still, technically, over a point a game player. Hossa, 86. Zetterberg, 82. All right, so there's your top. I'm only going to show the top 8. All right, let's just see the goal scorer. The top goal scorer was Ovechkin with 48. All right, Sedin, where's and Mr. 60 goal scorer? Where's I just want to find Stamkos. Oh my God, Stamkos only had 29, lowest in his whole career so far. So that's kind of weird. Defenseman. Let's see. Jordan Leopold, 54. That's a really good season for Leopold. Hamhuis, 51. I guarantee you Vancouver fans would wish he would get 51 points. All right. Yeah, okay. We don't have to check everything there. Goaltenders. We'll quickly just check out goalies. All right. Who are the best goals against average? You got to look for somebody with like at least 50 games played. Carey Price. Yeah, we saw that before. And save percentage, somebody with at least 50 games played. Hang on. Games played, 24. No, that's not good enough. 82. Irving. Damn. Irving had the best save percentage. Probably because he was getting blistered. No, that was the worst save percentage. My bad. Irving had the worst. Price. Yeah, Price is there again with 93.69. All right, so there you go. There's the stats for the regular season. Let's check out the standings to figure out Toronto and what's his face, Philadelphia. All right, so in the NHL, yeah, let's go by NHL here. All right, Vancouver. All right, so they only ended up with 57 wins, so even with the loss to us, they still wouldn't have made 60. Damn, Toronto made it all the way up to 4th in the NHL. Damn, man, Kiprusoff definitely helped out the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, hopefully they get kicked out in the first round. They can still drop it, but they're a playoff team. All right, go down here. Where's Philly? Where's Philly? Where's Philly? Where's Philly? Ooh, Philly. Yes, Philly didn't make the playoffs. All right, Philly did not make the playoffs. So that's a top 14 pick right there in Philadelphia. All right, so that's a good pick we got for Camilleri. All right, very good. Wow, I would have expected Camilleri. Man, different. But I guess that's all Toronto needed was that goalie. All right, and we are the worst team by 40 some odd points or 30 some odd points. Damn, man, horrible season. All right, so there you go. So let's simulate the playoffs here. Our AHL affiliate, we don't have to worry about that because we got no young guns in the AHL. It's a nothing team for me right now. All right, so let's just simulate all the way up here so we can get, how much time? Yeah, we can go for another 8 minutes. I like to make the new GM mode commentaries a good 20 minutes for you guys. So I don't think we're going to dive into the draft in this video. All right, let's not get into the draft. Let's save that for the next video, but let's check out the awards. Let's check out who won the Stanley Cup, obviously. Let's check out the retirements. And then we'll simulate up into the draft because by the time that you go the day before the draft, your players will progress to the next season. So we'll be able to check out how good our rookies got. Because remember, I wanted to show you guys like Ryan Murray, Morgan Riley, how much they jumped. Barcheesi, all right, Sub-Zero. I don't think Sub-Zero and Galchenyuk are going to jump too much because remember, they didn't play any NHL games for us this year. But everyone who was on our team this year who got first or second line time, I expect them to be higher 70s, low 80s, all right? Definitely, especially the 4.5-star guys, definitely. The 4-star guys, maybe high 70s. The 4.5-star guys, definitely, all right? So, don't have much to watch here. Don't have an AHL affiliate in the playoffs. Don't have an NHL affiliate in the playoffs. My goodness. 50, 60, and 7. My God, what a horrible season. Don't worry, Calgary. We're going to turn it around. This is when it gets exciting for you guys. Again, what did I say? Off-season is our time to shine, all right? And with free agency coming up, we may find somebody in there who can really help us for next year. And Jerome, hopefully Jerome doesn't retire, but he after that season, he may just call it quits. But he did have 50 points, so remember how I said the player progression, scouting assignment. Let me just send him back to the QMJHL for McKinnon now. Where is it? Oh, whoa. QMJHL, 6 weeks. All right, and that'll finish the scout. Remember what I said about player progression? Technically, Jerome will be getting worse, all right? But because he's a second-line forward, we played him on the first line, so he's already getting more experience than he should or than he's used to. And he had a 50-point year. I don't know if that's good, but that's good for a second-line forward. So I think Jerome actually, I don't think he's going to get better next year, but if he doesn't retire, I'd say he's probably still 85, at lowest 84 overall. Maybe he's down there, but I'd bet that he's 85, 84, still listed as a second-line forward. All right, if he doesn't retire. That's a big if, though, if he doesn't retire. I could see him retiring. All right. Oh, it looks like the Minnesota Wild defeated Pittsburgh to win the Stanley Cup in 6 games. Zach Parise and Ryan Suter chose right, man. There you go. Stanley Cup champions, the Minnesota Wild. Wow. Very interesting. All right, so let's just simulate up here. I'll check the awards. Let's just get the retirements in. All right, get all that good stuff in. Oh my God, the Minnesota Wild! How amazing would that be? Zach Parise and Ryan Suter have just started a dynasty over there, and they got young guns coming up like Granlund and Dumba as well. Dear God, new powerhouse in the West, and you know what? We're in the West, so we're gonna have to deal with these guys. Woof. All right, actually, Minnesota's in our division, aren't they? Are they? I think they are. Yeah, they are. Oh my God. So this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. A new rival coming on here. All right, so we had a bunch of players retire. Yeah, Ralston went away. We got him from Boston. Craig Rivet liked his severance package, his $7 million. He went down to Cancun. Kapanen went back to Russia? I don't know if he's Russian. I forget. Or is he Finn? I can't remember. I probably just pissed off some country. I think he's Finnish. I'm betting on Finland. All right. He retired, and Elkins. So we didn't lose Jerome, so that's really good. So we can decide what to do with him next year. All right. I'm not going to look at every team here. You guys can just look at the players, see if you see anyone who retired for you. And let's see if Kiprusoff left Toronto. No. So they're going to have Kiprusoff for another year. So it was actually a good trade for Toronto because it has turned them around. All right. So there you go. There's the retirements. I actually didn't see any top-notch players there in the retirements. I might have missed one, but it didn't look like we lost anyone there. All right, so there's, yeah, we don't need to see that. All right, trading block, yeah, I'll do that later. All right, so we're right here. So let's quickly check out the awards. All right, I want to wrap this video up. Let's quickly check out the awards, and then we'll quickly check out all of our young guns and see how they progressed, all right? So, awards. Well, actually, before the awards, you guys want to see the playoff tree? We can show the playoff tree just to see who got where in the playoffs, right? Western Conference looks like that. Ooh, first-seeded Vancouver got knocked out in the first round again by their rivals, the Chicago Blackhawks. Man, San Jose over Colorado, St. Louis over Nashville, Minnesota over Columbus. You know, that actually, other than Columbus being there, that actually looks like a pretty okay playoff table for the Western Conference. Even in going into the second round, I could see San Jose, Chicago, Minnesota, and St. Louis in the second round in the West. Then your final two, San Jose, Minnesota, and then Minnesota went on. And in the East, Montreal versus Buffalo. Montreal went on. That wouldn't happen. Pittsburgh versus Ottawa. That could happen. A first-seeded Ottawa, though? Oh, no, that was in 5 games. Never mind. What was it? Carolina. No, Islanders over Carolina. Toronto over the Rangers. That's definitely not a Final Four in the East. Montreal versus the Islanders and Toronto versus Pittsburgh. Other than Pittsburgh, those whatever. And then your 2 would be Crosby versus his favorite team growing up, the Montreal Canadiens. And the final, that's actually a pretty cool final. Pittsburgh versus Minnesota. I could see that happening, that final. But the East was all over the place. All right. So, actually, Toronto, maybe, just because of Kiprusoff. You guys saw what Kiprusoff does. The guy's amazing. He can take a bad team and make them good. So, that's the only reason I'm saying that. But, yeah. All right, so there you go. There's the Minnesota Wild winning their first Stanley Cup. All right, we'll go to awards quickly here. And there you go, Minnesota Wild. Vancouver Canucks President's Trophy 3 years in a row, but 2 years first round exit. Clarence S. Campbell, Prince of Wales, Art Ross goes to Marian Gaborik. Hart Memorial, Daniel Sedin. James Norris, Dan Hamhuis. Lady Byng, Daniel Sedin. Calder Memorial, Sven Barchisi. So we got the Calder, that's good. Conn Smythe, Nicholas Backstrom. Vezina Trophy, Roberto Luongo. Still winning trophies on the Vancouver Canucks, but still can't win in the playoffs. Oh, man. William N. Jennings, Roberto Luongo, Bill Masterton, Ryan Murray. What's that one? All right, that's our player, isn't it? All right, sweet. Frank J. Selke, Pavel Datsyuk wins it again. Ted Lindsay, Roberto Luongo. Damn, he won some hardware. Maurice Richard, Alexander Ovechkin gets the Richard back. And there you go. There's the awards. All right, so let's quickly now just check out how our young guns are looking, and we can go into the draft. All right, so again, we're not going to know what pick we have, but we're going to have 1, 2, or 3. All right, so I just want to show you guys before the next video, so that you guys can give your opinions on who I should go after, right? Because assume we have the first overall pick, all right? Again, I'm just going to go by forwards. All right, so we got Lazar, Shinkruk, and McKinnon. I'll show you their overalls if I can. Hang on. So it looks like that. Remember, yellow is semi-accurate and green is fairly accurate, okay? So it looks like that. All right, for Lazar. Shinkruk looks like that. It looks like Shinkruk might be NHL ready compared to Lazar. Definitely. And McKinnon, Shinkruk looks the most NHL ready. But remember, they all have still the same potential. So in 2 or 3 years, they'll catch up to him. But Shinkruk looks the most NHL ready. All right? So I will say that. Okay? Now let's quickly just check out our, what's it called? Oh yeah, I got to go to contracts. Our young guns of the future now. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. So goalies, Subban. Yeah, see, Subban is still only a 60 overall because we did not play him last year, right? So he's slowly progressing, okay? So we got to play him this year, so by year 3, especially year 4, he'll be ready, all right? But he's our starter for year 2, no doubt, okay? Defenseman now. All right, let's see this. All right, so Brody got to 79. Look at this. Ryan Murray and Morgan Riley, mid-70s, all right? Ryan Murray got up to 79 overall, so he's already a top 6 defenseman. All right, you see what I mean? We really played him last year. He's already a 79 overall. Next year, he's mid-80s. So by year 3, our plan, he's going to be ready to go. All right, same thing with Morgan Riley. He's 75. I thought they would get maybe a little bit better, but it was probably because we had such a bad season. They needed to have a really good season as well with the time, all right? But still, I mean, he jumped from, 60 to 75 overall, all right? If he has another jump like that in year 2, what's he going to be in year 3? That's our plan, years 3, 4, and 5. So I think that was a very healthy jump for those guys. Ryan Murray, yeah, Brody's a 79, so he's filling out. And where's McIlwraith? McIlwraith's only a 69, but remember, he's our second line, so by next year, hopefully he's up to at least an 80 overall. All right, so that's it for defenseman. Right winger, so Jerome, you see what I mean? He's still an 85, but ooh, his potential actually dropped. So maybe that maybe potential does drop when you're getting older, all right? So yeah. So next year, it looks like he is going to drop to a 3-star player. But he's still listed this year as a second-line forward, all right? So we could definitely re-sign Jerome McGinley or maybe trade him away, all right? But we still have him as 85 overall. Who else do we have? Toffoli, he's 66 overall. Remember, only 4-star player. Left wingers, Barchese, you see what I mean? 4.5-star player playing on the first line. 83 overall already in 1 year. He's already jumped to a second line forward. So by year 3, what's he going to be? All right, that's what I'm talking about. You play these guys and they can jump up. It was also because he won the Calder and had a really good year, right? If that's what I'm saying about Murray and Riley. If they had really good years as well. I think they only had like single digit in points. Barchese had like 40 points. That's the reason. Gerby jumped to 81, so that's good. Kreider's a 73, all right. And centers, Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk's actually not that bad, 73, so that's good. He'll be an 80-something by next year. Reinhardt's an 80, all right, so he had a good year. Backlund's an 81, all right. So we're on our way to becoming better. Year 2 is still going to be a rebuilding year, but by year 3, especially years 4 and 5, years 4 and 5, we're going to be dangerous. Year 3, we're going to be competitive. Year 2, we're still going to be trying to get better, all right. So there you go, boys. Year 1 was a success, and you guys can see how our team is progressing, but I want to know, Lazar, Shinkaruk, or McKinnon, which one should I go after? Assume I have the first overall pick, all right? Take it easy, boys, and we'll see you in the draft.